Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Void Stranger EX. And I did check when I restarted the game on the Dr. Lily Lev screen. It was the case that it didn't give me any special brands or anything. It just asked me to engrave my brand. And so I've reloaded my old save so that I can be here with all the burdens. And the thing I would like to do now is to go back and talk to all the rocks that we previously missed. And so I reviewed the video and made a list of all of the floors that had rocks to talk to or interesting things to do. And I think knowing the solution and also having like the wings on some of these early ones will make things easier to do. And so I'm not sure if I want to like redo them on camera or not, because I'm not sure it's interesting to redo them on camera. But also at the same time, it's gonna be relatively easy to do. And so I'm gonna try to just commentate a few of these to start. So let's see. There are some various bad guys who I need to push statues onto, and I need to occasionally take a tempo in order to do the right thing there. But I can put this back down and then push, 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 and that opens up the exit here. And there is a rock here. 18, yes. That was the first one. Oh, if I want to talk to the rock. Oh, interesting. That's a different puzzle from getting to the exit, because I can't use my wand anymore. So I have to use the wings early or something, or push off all of the... Yeah, don't worry about the enemies, and push off all the Lev stat. Okay, so it didn't occur to me that this was going to be like a different puzzle. Okay, which is perfectly acceptable. And I can always kill the enemies with the sword later. No, I didn't even think about that. Okay, so in that case... I can't push a Lev statue off that way. Or that way, actually. But I could just kill this guy. If I just place one tile, I'm not going to be able to get to the rock. Okay, this is actually interesting. It's still an interesting puzzle. It just occurred to me that there's like, oh, there's a rock to go talk to here. Go talk to it. I don't see a way to do things right now from the starting configuration. Is there a reliable way to get rid of all the statues? I think yes. And I think that way... I need a tempo? No, I need to be facing north. Yeah, now that guy's not there. I was going to push that statue to the left onto... So I'll demonstrate over here. You can do this to get rid of idols, but I don't see how to get rid of this one right now, other than that, for example. So... Can I win a different race? Versus the maggot? No. So how do I do this? Can't kill that maggot fast enough either. I'm probably missing something obvious here. The northmost statue is the difficult one, because if I push it to the north, it's easy for me to push the other two statues into the lightning tiles. So the question becomes, how can I push the north statue into a lightning tile? Well, one way is to push this here, and then the other one up. But then this one is now a problem, because I can't push it to the north. And so that's our snarl. How do we unsnarl it? And I think I need to get rid of the lev statues because I think that's the only way that I will be able to talk to the rock. Actually, is that true? Hold on. I might be working under a false assumption here. What if I just do this? That was a false assumption. Okay. The first to go is a beaver. That is all. Don't ask how I know. Okay, great. So we need to get the order of the 8 Void Lords, or the corresponding agents or idols or something that we need to push off. And I can also imagine, especially the way that this text box is phrased, you will recall that at the end of Dis, I was thinking about this since last time, since I've done some homework since the previous episode. At the end of Dis, there was the lore puzzle where it's push all of the idols off into the void in order from the beginning to the end. And it was randomized every time you entered that room, so that it was like not a rote thing that you could just like go and look at someone else's. Well, I mean, I guess if you watch someone else play. In any case, I was thinking that these might also be randomized, and it might be randomized based on like some seed when you start up EX mode, or it might be based on, I guess you didn't engrave a brand. So I was thinking it might be different in different people's playthroughs, is what I was thinking. And the way that this is, the first to go is ... a beaver ... that is all. Don't ask how I know. A beaver could have been randomized text that's injected into the code without having to change any of the other lines of text. I don't know if that's actually true, but in any case, number 1, beaver. And a beaver is, you know, the Minotaur. And so they're also just playing the joke of the fact that strange beaver is, Ninny calls the Minotaurs beavers, or the bulls, or whatever you want to call them, the enemies that run towards you. Okay, and there's also an ad statue over there, which I can... Oh! And it's sitting on top of a 41. Oh, and I can change to floor 41, and floor 41 does have another... Ooh, okay. We are early enough in this process. So I believe... Oh, can I talk to the ad statue, though? Yes, because I can... Well, I can... I would have to get rid of all the Lev statues in order to... in order to swap 41 and 18. And 26 was another level with a rock. We saw there was a rock under 26. I think this is the puzzle. I did not anticipate this. I can get to the HUD. I could swap the 18 and the 41. But to do so, I need to be able to make multiple tile swaps, which means I need to get rid of all the Lev statues. So we're back at square one, where the puzzle is now, how do I get rid of all the Lev statues? I don't have to do that. I could simply play through all the levels again. But I think either A, one of them might say the next to go is, because that one said the first to go is, and next might be in the order suggested by this, which I could also do even if I played through straightforwardly. So the question is, do I just play through the levels linearly the same way that I played them before, or do I try to solve this puzzle and every subsequent puzzle? Solving puzzles is fun, that's the point of this game, so I guess I try to solve this puzzle. How do I get rid of all 3 Lev statues? There's probably more than one way to skin a cat. I'm trying to push them into the lightning tiles, but I can also find places to push them off. For example, I can push this one off, and I can push this one off, and I can push this one into the lightning tile. There we go. Okay. Rock is no longer needed. I have already heard your text. And now I have free access to place as many tiles as I would like, which is fantastic. Presumably the same trick works here, so I'm going to hold the button when dismissing the dialogue for 6 seconds. This add statue is going to disappear. Sure enough, it does. And now I can do these shenanigans. That's right, I called them shenanigans. And jump directly to 41. So I'm going to cross 18 off of my list. And now we are here. And there is a single Lev statue here that can only be pushed off if you know the trick, having already talked to the rocks. Okay, great. This puzzle was a pain in the neck. But that's what we get. So I might need to bump the walls at some point, and I think the puzzle is about to start coming apart. Yeah, there's like stuff happening now. Okay. Yeah, enemies are killing one another. Dogs and cats living together. It's mass hysteria. And I'm dead. No, I'm not. I'm fine. Everybody's fine. What are you worried about? Looks like I can just hang out here safely for a little bit until things calm down. And then I can finish off the stragglers using the very sharp means that have been afforded to me. I didn't realize the maggot had already moved out of the way, and now I feel like a dummy. It's probably because I'm a dummy. Okay, I'm going to go through the same set of moves since that seemed to work fine. Or roughly the same set of moves. Right, I thought I was dead there for a minute, and I wasn't. I remember it. You remember it. It was mere moments ago. Okay, that time I successfully killed that one maggot that killed me before. Ugh, getting killed by a maggot. It's like the most embarrassing thing you can do in this game. And I think, is it brain number 26 that I am convinced, having watched many... Oh, I did it again! I'm such a dummy! I forgot I had the wings. I was making a tile that... Oh, I'm such a dummy. Oh. I'm leaving this in. I'm not going to edit out my failures. You're going to have to suffer through it just like me. I won't make you suffer through that much if there's going to be a lunch, but a little bit is kind of funny to everyone, hopefully. So yeah, I'm very much enjoying this. Okay, so now we very carefully talk to the ad statue, hold the button, and then say, "See you, Lev Idol." And then having done that, now I'm capable of picking up tiles. I'm going to put a tile here because in addition to talking to the rock, the second to go is an eye. Number 2, eye. The lazy eye is the hand, by the way, not the smile. That is all. Don't ask how I know. Next is 47. 47 is one of the ones I have on my list. I hope 57 is near the end because there was something I wanted to do on 58 as well. And also 40 is not on the list, but there's something I want to do on 40 as well. Okay, so now I need to do some more shenanigans because we're all shenanigans all the time. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a white tile there. And we'll put one here for good measure. Okay, 41, time to go. 47. This is such a fun little... Yeah, I don't know why I even debated whether I should do this. This is definitely the right thing to do. Okay. This Lev statue, I was thinking about this one, is... So there's where we saw the 26, by the way. I don't know how to get rid of it. Because I can't talk to the sad statue. So, It feels like there's some other trick at play. And my question to you is, what is the trick? Let's talk to the rock first and see if they have any insightful something to offer. Hello, rock. The third to go is a leech. That is all. Don't ask how I know. Alright, number 3, leech, has been committed to the post-it note of destiny. But how do I go to floor 26 next? I can't push you. And I can't pick up any tiles. Which means, despite the fact that there's an ad statue right there, I can't, like, dismiss this tile, can I? Hold on. What if I hold the button here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any talking! You can talk to any idols, and the ad statue, the ad idol, goes away. Okay. There had to be some tricky trickster trickiness at play, and that was the tricky trickster trickiness. Okay. I accept this outcome. Rock, I have already talked to you, so I no longer need your services. You guys need to go away. And how many more tiles am I going to need? One wonders. Do not accidentally go to the exit. That would be a minor tragedy. I think I have enough. Yeah, sure. Alright, this is great. I love this. 26. So that was 47 that we just did. I'm going to cross it off. 26. This puzzle is... I'm sorry that I didn't solve it on camera, and I don't need to solve it again because we have wings. And so I was glad, like, I couldn't look back at my solutions in case there were puzzles that I was going to need to solve that were difficult previously. But I don't need to, because the game has provided me an affordance, and I appreciate that. I am holding the button, and I need to not push the rock off, and also not go to the exit yet, so be careful. Hello, rock. The fourth to go is a maggot. Okay, number 4. Maggot. I can imagine you have to do this all in one run. That's worrisome. But let's not worry about that right now. That is all. Don't ask how I know. Alright, 57. Exit, let's just move you over here where I'm unlikely to accidentally hit you. And so with this, I no longer have the ability to pick up the 57, so let's grab it first. Drop it over here. Yeah, that should work fine. 26, you are going away. 26, I'm going to cross off my list. And then 57 is next up. And so 57 is this one. And I pretty much remember what I need to do, I think. I had to cut you off over here. No, that's incorrect. I needed to prevent you from killing yourself. No, I do. I cut you off over here. I make sure you can't go onto danger tiles. I make sure you're always going to be staying on the north side of things. And then I provide you somewhere else to be. And then I isolate you. Do I even have to do all this? I think so, but I think now that he is isolated, I can talk to the rock. The fifth to go is a shade's sign. Okay, that's interesting. Shade's sign. I was wondering about the shades because we can't quote-unquote kill them without killing ourselves. And so... does that mean we need to pick up the shade summoning tile? Or does it mean we need to push an add statue into the void? I'm not sure. But I have committed that note. That is all. Don't ask how I know. I'm now going to hold the button as I dismiss this dialogue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that behaved as I expected. Now that we've learned all the tricky trickster tricks. So let's grab 57, which can now be crossed off the list. I'm very happy with how swimmingly this is going. I currently have a tile in my thingy-to-do. Let's fix that. You could see the date, by the way. I played to get all the burdens on the 3rd and the 4th, after I learned about the existence of the new content on the 2nd. I have been trying to stay off of too much media to avoid any spoilers. Oh, I should mention, by the way, I probably have already slotted in a lore video or whatever, but, like, I kind of completely screwed up the interpretation of the cutscene we saw in the previous video. But yeah, that's to be expected, because I was just giving you my hot take spitballing of what I was seeing. But yeah, at some point in my own future, I will revisit that, and that might have already been in your past as the video that aired between the previous puzzle video and this one. We'll see. In any case, moving right along on to Elysium, I guess, 43. Okay, let's get rid of the add statue. That will make things easy. 1, oops, darn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then I can pick this up to talk to the rock. The 6th to go is a smile. That is all. Don't ask how I know. Okay, number 6. Smile. Not to be confused with the lazy eye. And rock, your services are no longer needed. You are covering 36. So let's start moving all of this cargo around. And sure, that's good enough. So 43 gets crossed off the list. Let me mark that off. Handy pen and paper. Sorry, 43 gets crossed off the list. 36 is now coming with us. Okay, and it doesn't actually make you resolve any puzzles. That's kind. It's funny, I'd seen, like, where's my mouse cursor? I'd seen these things and had seen one number under a rock, but it didn't occur to me that we were going to do this, what's the word? It's not a scavenger hunt. Goose chase? Goose chase, I think is what I'm looking for. In order to solve this. Okay, so there's no Lev statue, so I can pretty much ignore the puzzle. I can pretty much ignore the puzzle, I think. Alright, so, yeah, go away. Alright, all the bad guys are out of my hair. Just give me some blocks so I can go do the thing and stuff. The 7th to go is an octahedron. This, by the way, is the first time that I think octahedron and shade have appeared in the actual game text. Previously, we only knew the canonical names of these enemies as a result of the Steam trading cards, as far as I know. So it's cool to see that they actually get named here in the game. Okay, that is all. Don't ask how I know. I am holding the button for 6 seconds, but I'm not going to then push this rock. That add statue is like on glass or something too, because I need to be standing on something to push a rock. Everybody knows that. Nobody would be foolish enough to ever fall in a pit. I'm going to need another tile. Fortunately, there are other tiles conveniently over here that I could use. Because I need to grab the 34. Sure, it can go on the hotbar, that's fine. Or it can just go right there. That's also fine. Then 36 can go away. And so 36 is the one that we just finished. Now we're going back to 34. There was something else. I forgot to ever recheck the, after I picked up a burden, I didn't look inside the empty chest afterwards. It had the exact same text as it did in game, and so I can imagine it's B's notes again, and it's actually like the same chest. But I wish I had checked the chests with the burdens a second time. And so that was on my list of things to do when I thought I was playing through this linearly. Now I think I'm going to skip it, and I'll probably just look online and see if it's the same note or if there's any note in the chest or how that works. I don't know why I just thought to mention that now. Oh, it's because I had marked that off next to basement 36, because I think this might have been the floor where you then, or maybe it was 34. This might be the floor where you then go and get Void Sword right after this. No, I must have already had Void Sword. I don't remember. In any case, I had a note on a sheet of paper. That's why I thought of it at that moment. I'm rambling. Imagine that. When I'm having a lot of fun, I can get especially talky. If you're new and didn't know that. I'm having a lot of fun. So, what was the deal here? There was a dealio. I think the strange beaver comes out and I get him colliding with the mimic. Somehow. And meanwhile there's an octahedron to kill that I'm not going to kill because it's going to come kill me. Yeah, I didn't write down anything about... Oh, you know what? I forgot about the fact that there's a statue and a rock here. If I talk to this rock, I'll probably have all of my answers. The final one to go is... You! Oh, I'm so glad that I did not draw inferences. That's also... people might have been able to infer that anyway, and I might have been able to infer that in the room. But it would have been easy to have grabbed the first 5 or 6 and then just say, oh, I can just brute force the rest. Assuming... Yeah, in any case, that was a nice little surprise that I did not anticipate. That is all. Don't ask how I know. Thank you, Rock. You were going to take me back to 18? That's right back where I started. That's interesting. So I don't think I want to go back to 18. Also, I have a note that there was a Singleton Rock on basement 45, and I wanted to check out something from Tan on basement 40. I'm going to try to go to this exit, and not go back to 18. Because that feels like the correct thing for me to do for a variety of reasons. There are no Lev statues. I can make holes, and I can fly over those holes. Will that help me? There are no Lev statues, right? It kind of does help me, though. Except for this strange beaver who's going to kill me. Okay. If I were me, and I wanted to be not a dummy and win the game, how would I do that? Fairly certain we started like this. That worked. Unexpectedly, but I'm okay with that. If I go up and down I can just kill him with a sword. And then I can pick up this tile to kill you. And you know what? Now that I have wings, I can kill you while I'm holding it. In order to move the exit... I don't want to move the exit, though. Yeah, I was going to say I needed to get rid of some stuff and get some space, but I don't need to do that. So I'm going to go through the exit. This brings me to 35, which means I'm going to be going back to 36. I kind of want to get to 40. Okay, you don't need to watch all of this because I think we've done the interesting part, so I will be back in a bit. Oh no, I've made a horrible mistake. I forgot that episode E37 was this floor, and I mean, I have video of me solving this floor, but I don't know how to solve this floor. Having the wings, which I did not previously have, is advantageous. So I will give it a brief try here on camera. There were places where I wanted to leave a hole, but then the hole was blocking me from crossing. And now I'll be able to leave a hole and have it not block me from crossing. And so I'm just gonna... I really don't remember, like, any of what's going on here. But what I do know is that the ability to do this would have been useful, or so it seemed. And so I want to play around with that, because now you're caught over here, and that means I can get you caught over here. I can pick up and put down tiles as much as I want. Yeah, you're in a pretty good spot. How many, Right, I can create holes, but I can't move the tiles around. Right, so these are always in their usual spots. And so, is it possible... I feel like I can't kill that dude. But I could do this and let him out. And have two strange beavers. And two doodad McCalls. So if I do that, you're gonna come towards me, but I can bait you back out. Which means it is now possible to move this here. Yeah, this is seeming plausible, because now I could move you here. Don't die right here, but I can do that. And I think I can move you back and also get somewhere good. No, you're going to come find me over here again. If I move to the right, you're going to chase me, and I don't want that. So I guess what I need to do... I feel like I need to plug up the hole again. Is there a safe way to do that? There might be. I'm not sure that there is. If I go right, is there anything I could do? I don't think so. So what if I plug up the hole first? Oh boy. Ah! Alright, bad things happened. I'm going to take a risk that things are not randomized. I have all the information that I need. At some point I want to go back to E040, because there was a tan statue covering a white tile that was completely meaningless to the puzzle, and so it made me wonder if it was covering two-digit number as well that might be somehow meaningful. But for now, what I'm going to do is reload my save again and go see if I can solve the final thing. Okay, so we're back here. I did not bother making any other save backups, because even if it turns out that they've been randomized and the order that I have doesn't solve things, I'm okay with doing it again. That didn't take very long. I could do that on my own, etc., etc. Okay, so the shade sign, I presume, refers to the add idols that are here, 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 and here. So I want to not push one of them off first. Okay, so number 1 is beaver. Here's our beaver. Is there a Lev statue in this room? No. So I am capable of moving tiles around. This is still not unchallenging. I think I might want to get all the tiles with me. Even that. The lazy eye can't jump towards me and attack me. Yeah. I'm not sure if I need to do this, but it feels good to just grab myself a bunch of white tiles. I could have grabbed them off the heads-up display. Okay, don't create a path for the octahedron. Oh, that's why it's trouble to get them off of the heads-up display, actually. So yeah, I am happier and happier with the choices I've made. Okay, so now, if I bait you over here, I still can't easily kill you in this configuration. Getting you on the hotbar seems like the best strategy, honestly. But if I step on the hotbar, I create an opportunity for the octahedron to cause trouble. It won't cause that much trouble. And I can just grab one tile and you're re-isolated. And you won't see me here. So I think this is sufficient. And then I can kill you like this. Okay, number 1 is a beaver. Strange beaver has been annihilated. Number 2. Oh, I forgot to talk to this rock, because this rock has like the first portion of the puzzle or something. And is also hard to talk to without destroying things, so be careful. Let me grab my good tiles again. Let's have most of them together here where I can just play around with them to my heart's content. Sure, we'll use this one too. Even though it looks strange and ugly when it's next to its non-HUD neighbors. Defeat the agents of the lords to open the path, but only us lonely ones know the correct order. And if you think you already know, think again. Okay, and I'd speculated that that's just not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's assume that that is also true. It's also possible you have to do it all in one run, and he'd say something different if you got here after the all-in-one run, but I'm assuming not. Okay, number 2 is eye. Eye is the lazy eye, the hand thing right here. It's got an eyeball in the palm. Number 3 is leech. The leech is to my north. That's nice and easy to get. Crap. Okay, let me get through that bit on my own. So this is a good puzzle. I appreciate the joke that the game already told on me. And so I'm fairly certain that the correct strategy to defeat the leech without having the eye fall into the void is to be clever. Void memory. I don't need you right at the moment. Hey, I've got you back. Great. And so the cleverness comes from... Actually, void memory. You can go here. This is surprisingly involved. But basically I'm going to push a statue without pushing it off into the void. Yeah, this is surprisingly involved. How do I fill the tile to my north? Shade's Sign. I'm also worried about number 5. I guess I'll push, when it comes to number 5, push this onto this, and then off that way. And then also pick up this tile. Shade's Sign. Is there anything else? I do think it's just going to be one of these idols. That feels right to me. Okay, so in any case, I'm trying to block the line of sight. I need to get... Oh, I can push this south safely. 31. 31. Didn't occur to me that there'd be anything underneath these. Makes me wonder about the others. Let's not worry about that right now. But I found a way to get a tile to my north. And I need one more tile to the north. Which tile is the least useful to me right now? This one. And the hotbar is sufficiently isolated. So let's get down there and push this north along the path. And now, having done so, I can go kill Leechy McLeacherton, if that is your real name. So, 3, Leech. 4, Maggot. There's no shenanigans here. 5, Shade's Sign. I'm gonna guess... Oh, there's an 01 here, too. I guess I'm gonna have to... do I want to push them all off? Or do I want to talk to them and make them disappear? Let's try talking to them and see if they all disappear. I have a feeling they won't, but let's just try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My feeling was correct. They did not. So, Shade's Sign. That's what I feel like Shade's Sign might be. I might be wrong. We'll find out. Next up, I have to kill the Smile. That is easy to do in a number of ways. Do I want to push the other statues off? And if I do I want to do it right now while we're in quote-unquote Shade's Sign mode? I think yes and yes, actually. There's not a number there. There is a number there, 46. And before I kill you, I'm going to push this one off too. 61. 61. Did I get to a 61 before? Oh, 01, 31, 46, 61. 01 is the original room. 31, I think, is Void Memory. 46, I think, is Void Wings. And 61, I think, or, sorry, Sword, Wings, and Void Memory. I think. If I'm remembering the puzzle room numbers, right? Which I may or may not be. Okay, so number 6 was Smile. 7, Octahedron. You will be easy to kill. Like this. And number 8, you. Here goes nothing. Son of a gun. Do I think I screwed up Shade's Sign? Shades. That seems the most likely one. The other possibility is I reloaded a save and it re-randomized it. Those are my two main theories right now why that did not work. And what is it? Defeat the agents of the lords to open the path. but only lonely ones know the correct order. And if you think you already know, think again. Oh, and to open the path, there is an exit here, isn't there? So maybe I am supposed to go in an exit. In which case, who's the agent of me versus the agent of a shade sign? Should I have defeated my own... Should I have gotten a shade and had it fall into the void? But that would defeat me. Like, I don't think they'd change that mechanic on this. Okay, well, we uncovered a kind of unexpected scavenger hunt goose chase mystery, and now we're left with a new one. I think that's probably good enough for an episode for today, so that I can think this over before next time. I'm going to say that I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Void Stranger. For now, bye-bye.